It's time again for the Science Bowl.
Zoo parade for 5. What big teeth the hippo has are actually a pair of these. Science potpourri for 10. Would a snake most likely eat every day? Every week, Dateline Science for 10. Why are some elephants wearing necklaces these days? Green things for 15.
And now, here's your host, Mr. Z himself, Dave Zarin.
Thank you and welcome to the Science Bowl, the science quiz program. Here in the Prince George's Schools, we test science IQs and science literacy, and we invite you to play along today and test your own. We have 2 great schools here today. In this, our 37th year of competition, we are almost finished with the elementary competition. We're down to our Elite 8. One of the 2 schools you're about to meet could be the next champion in this year's competition. Let's meet those schools right now. Let's go first to Glenarden Woods. Eddie, nice to have you on the show. Welcome to wave to everybody at home there. I know they're rooting for you. Jedediah is here. He's the captain. And yeah, everyone's wearing the blue over there today. Allison is here as well. Nice to have you with us on our program. All 5th graders, is that right? Very good. And they are playing against Yorktown Elementary School. Say hello to Octavia. Hey, Octavia, welcome back. Nate is here. Yeah, he is the no-nonsense captain over there. And Ethan is back, our 4th grader. Hey, Ethan, he's got the good smile over there. Here in the Science Bowl, we arrange our game according to questions in 6 different categories. If you're not familiar with those, let's introduce them to you right now.
Okay, Mr. Z, here's today's categories. Green things, questions about plants and all things green and growing. Zoo parade, a Noah's Ark of questions about animals. Body systems, we'll see how much you know about yourself, about things like breathing and growing and digesting your food. Let's get physical. Questions that test your knowledge of physics and chemistry, earth science and space science. Then there's science potpourri. Here's a grab bag of science questions, everything from air pollution to the kitchen sink. And finally, Dateline Science. We'll ask you about science history and science in the news.
And here in the Science Bowl, we arrange our game board according to question difficulty. The easier questions are worth 5 and 10 points on the left. Increasingly more difficult, 15, 20, 25, the toughest of them all. Both our teams start out at 50 points. No penalties for incorrect answers. And to the 2 rounds today, one of these 2 good-looking teams will come back to play Greenbelt for the chance to be the first of the 2 semifinalists in this year's competition. So a lot at stake here today. Let's go over and make sure everything is working properly. Let's go to that red team. And Jedediah, would you try your buzzer? Yeah, it looks good. It sounds good. Good luck to you, Allison, and to Eddie. And Nate, how about the green team? A-OK as well. Good luck to you, Ethan and Octavia. And I just have to say, very few schools get to this point in the competition. So you guys are elite players. Congratulations to you. May the better team win here today. We go alphabetically G before Y. So Glenarden Woods and Jedediah, let's play the bowl. Let's go.
Let's get physical for 15.
Let's get physical for 15 points. Your question is a multiple choice question. Let's see if you know your clouds. The clouds that let you know that rain or snow is likely are the nimbostratus, the cumulonimbus, or the cirrus. All right, Yorktown, which of those?
Cumulonimbus.
Not the one in the middle, not the cumulonimbus. The nimbostratus, the cumulonimbus, or the cirrus clouds indicate that rain or snow is coming. Red team.
The nimbostratus?
That's right, the first one, nimbostratus, yes. The cirrus are way up there, and the cumulonimbus, yeah, maybe you can see, maybe you get a thunderstorm, but a lot of times it's not going to be snow. It's usually not very cold when they're up there. Go again, red.
Science potpourri for 15.
Potpourri for 15 points. Question. There's a visual question that goes with this. Visual. Let's have a look at the studio here. All right, this is potpourri for 15 points. The original Easy Bake Oven toy, which has been around for many years, which let kids make miniature cookies and brownies, used as a heat source 2 100-watt light bulbs that let heat travel inside the oven by which of the following methods? Conduction, convection, or radiation? Glenarden Woods.
Conduction.
Ooh, not conduction. Good try. These 2 100-watt bulbs in the original Easy Bake Oven, the heat moved through the oven by conduction, convection, or radiation, Nate?
Radiation.
The one neither of you chose. Convection. It's like today's modern convection ovens. Go again, red.
Body systems for 20.
Body, 20 points. Here's the question. Unfortunately, a person suffering from the disease cirrhosis can't expect this organ to regrow itself as it could if it were removed surgically. Correct answer is the liver. The liver is the only internal organ that if part of it is removed, it will regenerate itself. No points. Go red. Come on, Jedediah.
Zoo parade for 15.
Zoo for 15 points. Multiple choice. Birds of prey, like eagles and hawks, are known as raptors, ratites, or passerines. Yorktown.
Raptors.
Raptors is right. Thank you, Ethan. Good assist over there. All right, we've got a tie score, 65 all. Advantage green. Go, Nate.
Body systems for 10.
Body for 10 points. Early in 2022, doctors were able to transplant what genetically engineered cardiac organ from a pig into a human being. Glenarden Woods?
Heart.
Heart, yeah. Cardiac, of course, was your clue there. Nicely done. 10-point lead. Go red.
Green things for 10.
Green for 10 points. This bitter tasting K-initialed green is still highly recommended. Nate?
Kale.
Yeah, hate the stuff, even though it's very good for iron. Good nutrition. All right, green, go. Tied the score.
Science potpourri for 5.
Potpourri for 5 points. Here's your question. All right, if you're playing rock, paper, scissors, rock is your choice when you make one of these with your fingers. Glenarden Woods?
Fist.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. All right, Hassan, I like that. All right, you're in the lead again by 5. Go red.
Let's get physical for 10.
Physical for 10 points. Here we go. Astronauts face many dangers in outer space. Weightlessness comes to mind. Name one other that would present a challenge to an astronaut. Another danger in outer space. Yorktown, talk among yourselves in case I have to come to you. One other challenge, one other danger. Okay.
Their bones weaken?
Their bones weaken. We will accept that, yes. Demineralization. Well, that's associated with weightlessness. It's associated with weightlessness. We're looking for another kind of factor there. Yes, Yorktown?
Pass to Ethan.
Ethan?
It's really cold and there's no oxygen.
Got it right. Extreme cold, it's a vacuum and also radiation out there. Yes, we will give those points to Yorktown. Good, go. Nice try, Jedediah. I like your reasoning there.
Green things for 15.
Green for 15 points. Here it is. Termites are like little cows because they can digest this tough C-initialed material that's found in the cells of wood and many other plant parts.
Carbon.
Not carbon, good try. This C-initialed substance, material that is found in the cells of wood and other plant parts. C-initialed. Octavia has an idea.
Chlorophyll.
Ooh, that's another good try. Cellulose. Cellulose is the material that you find. That gives the plant cells their rigidity. All right, the buzzer is sounded. We've come to the end of the first round. Tight game here. Glenarden Woods 80, Yorktown 85. More of this semifinal game coming straight ahead. Don't go away. And welcome back to Science Bowl. Hope you're enjoying this game at home as much as we are here in the studio. We have 6 outstanding players. Both of these teams have been here twice already and won twice. And they're here today, as we were saying at the top of the show, to advance in our competition, maybe from the Elite 8 to the Final 4. Before we ask any more questions, science questions, a few personal ones. Let's find out about these players here. Let's go to Glenarden Woods and Jedediah. Tell us a little bit about your school. Who's your principal?
Mr. B.
Mr. B, and he's here today cheering you on. Who is the coach or who are the coaches of your team?
Miss Foster.
Yeah, and she came on board late, and boy, she whipped you guys into shape. We are so grateful for her assist here today. Otherwise, I don't know that you would be with us. I don't know if you looked at the Hall of Fame, and Glenarden Woods has won the championship many times over our 37 years. Not to put any extra pressure on you. Any alternates on your team? I know you got a number of them. Can you give me their first names? And make sure you can help them out, guys.
John, Linnea, David, and Daniel.
Yeah,
Right.
Thank you, Eddie, for being an assist there, too. They are all integral parts of the team, and we'll bring them out for some FaceTime at the end of the show here today. Tell me, Jedediah, there's so many great things about Glenarden Woods. Give me one thing that you like to brag about.
It's very clean.
It's very clean. I love that. They say cleanliness is next to godliness. Well, also, it bespeaks a school that is well organized, and I'm sure I know you have great teachers over there. And you have a relatively new building. And I remember years ago, you used to have a festival, a feast, and you would celebrate Egyptian culture or the Greek mythology, which were just wonderful productions. What do you want to do someday, Jedediah?
When I grow up, I'll be a soccer player, and then I might be a chemist.
A chemist, I like that. I like that. Eddie, you have an interesting background too. You're in the theater, aren't you?
Yep.
Tell us about that.
Well, I just find acting very fun, and I'm very passionate about it. And if engineering doesn't work out, acting would be a backup.
That's wonderful. And a comedic actor or a dramatic actor, or do you both?
Both.
Both, sure. Actors have to be flexible if you want to get those roles. Yep. And you play soccer in your spare time too, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alison, nice to have you here. You're also a soccer player, are you not?
Yes, I am.
Yes. Tell me why you wanted to be on the Science Bowl show.
I actually didn't. I thought, so I knew I thought I was not going to pass, but I actually did, so.
We're really glad that you took the test, that you're here today, and you are a great asset to this team here. Professional soccer player, or what's in the future for you?
I want to be a astronomer, a soccer player. That's it. And I like video games.
Yeah, that's great. All of those things will help you come down with, you're very young. You know, your career ideas will develop as you get older. Nice to have you here today. Yorktown, nice to have you guys back. You impressed us last time, just as Glenarden Woods did. Nate, tell us about your school. Who's your principal?
Our principal is Dr. Savoy.
Indeed. And the coach of your team?
Mrs. Kelm and Miss Steffenbaugh.
They're both here today, and I know they have worked long and hard to get you guys ready here. I think you guys have a natural enthusiasm, too. I like to see how you work together, just like the Glenarden Woods team does. Tell us any alternates on your team. First name?
Leah.
Okay, we'll bring her out in just a few moments' time here. And something about your school that you really, really like.
It's really fun, and the activities there are the best activities I've ever seen.
Well, that's it. What a nice advertisement. Yeah, and you said a key word there, fun. School has to be fun. Yeah, you want to want to get up in the morning and can't wait to get there. Tell me about yourself, Nate. What do you do in your spare time?
I like to play video games, build Legos, and read.
Yeah, and you told me last time you want to go into the Marines someday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, in advance, I'm going to thank you for your service. I appreciate that. We all do. Octavia, nice to have you with us today. Octavia, you look like you're having a good time here. Do you like this show?
Yeah.
I'm glad you're here with us today. What do you hope to do someday?
Become a teacher.
Yeah, we were talking about that before. What would you like to teach?
Math.
Math. Elementary school, high school?
Elementary.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I think you'd be a great teacher. You have that nice presence about you, and yeah, a lot of kids would like to be in your class. Ethan, nice to have you with us today. You're our fourth grader, and you're interested in what?
Engineering.
Engineering, yeah. What do you do in your spare time, Ethan?
Karate and swimming.
Yeah, and do you swim competitively?
Yes.
Yeah. What is your best swimming stroke?
Freestyle, and Saturday and Sunday I competed in the championship meet.
Wow, how'd you do?
Pretty good.
Congratulations, congratulations. I'm a swimmer too, and I know the discipline it takes, and I know you're practicing all the time, you know, and your hair's always turning kind of green, all that chlorine stuff. Nice to have you here. You're playing a good game. Let's get back to it. Last correct answer came from the green team. You have 85. Glenarden Woods has 80. That means, Nate, you get to start us out in round 2. Let's go.
Science potpourri for 10.
Potpourri for 10 points. It is now possible, in some cases, to cure diabetes by receiving a transplant of this organ, Yorktown.
Pancreas.
Pancreas is right. Thank you, Octavia, for your assist on that. All right, 95 to 80, advantage green. Nate.
Dateline for 10.
Dateline, 10 points. A statue commemorating Barbara Johns, the Virginia teenager, she was about your age, who started the campaign to end school desegregation. On that statue, it quotes her saying, "It was like reaching for this." What far away? Glenarden Woods.
The stars.
The
stars.
Close, close. Yorktown. She said it was like reaching for this, what faraway celestial object, and at the time had never been visited by man.
The moon.
The moon is right, yeah. That was a good try. I would have jumped in 2. Go, green.
Zoo parade for 10.
Zoo for 10. How many of you remember the Toy Story movies Yeah, Buzz Lightyear and all those. Long before the Toy Story movies, a stuffed animal that had lost most of its fur and was surrounded by flashier new toys and was about to be burned, turned into a real animal whose floppy ears could move and whose legs let him hop. Glenarden Woods.
Dumbo?
Not Dumbo. Yorktown, that animal with the floppy ears and legs that let him hop, that's the story of the Velveteen what?
The Slinky Dog?
Rabbit. It's called the Velveteen Rabbit. That was a story from a log. I thought perhaps you might have come across that in your readings. Let's go again, please, Green.
Zoo Parade for 5.
Zoo for 5. This is funny. One of the many animals that is a TikTok star is Bamboo-tula, one of these hairy spiders that lives entirely on bamboo stalks. What you got, Yorktown?
Tarantula?
A tarantula. The Bamboo-tula is a kind of tarantula, and you see it climbing up there. You can just, it's fascinating to watch. Go again. Green.
Dateline for 15.
Again, please.
Dateline for 15.
Dateline for 15 points. Here it is. It's been discovered that meteorites contain all the nucleotides, the chemicals from thymine to adenine, necessary to make this 3-lettered acronym that gives us our identity. It's our chemical fingerprint. What 3 letters am I looking for, Jedediah?
DNA?
That's it. Good. Red. Go.
Let's get physical for 20.
Physical for 20 points. Here's your question. Multiple choice. If an atom loses or gains 1 or more electrons, is it known as an ion, an isotope, or an isomer? Glenarden Woods.
Ion?
It is an ion. Good answer, indeed. Good. Go.
Body systems for 15.
Body systems for 15 points. You have a 5-point lead now, Glenarden Woods. This is body for 15. Many snacks and sweets are so low in these nutritional units that they're often called empty ones. Yorktown. Empty what? What you got?
Protein?
Not proteins. Nope. Jedediah, empty what?
Calories?
Calories, yeah. Empty calories. Yeah, you eat that donut and yeah, that's kind of empty calories there. Go. Red.
Green things for 5.
Green for 5. Some flowers have black eyes, like the black-eyed Susan, and so do some vegetables like these that are traditionally eaten on New Year's Eve. Yorktown.
Olives?
No, we're looking for something with black eyes. You eat these vegetables on New Year's Day, New Year's Eve. Jedediah?
Potato?
Peas, black-eyed peas they are. Try again, please. Red.
Body systems for 5.
Body for 5 points. A small child, because it's so close to the ground, is often jokingly referred to as a biter of these body joints. Yorktown.
Ankles?
Yeah, those are ankle biters. Yeah, get away from me. Get away from me, kid. Yeah, go, Green.
Science potpourri for 20.
Potpourri, 20 points. Here's the question. This year's college championship football game featured a team from Texas Christian University whose mascot is the horned frog, sometimes called the horned toad. Turns out the reptile is not a true frog or a true toad, but one of these L-initialed reptiles. Yes, Yorktown.
A lizard?
It's a lizard like the Komodo dragon. That's it. Thanks, Ethan. Go. Yorktown, Green. 5-point lead.
Dateline for 5.
Dateline, 5 points. America recently celebrated the 100th birthday of Charles Schulz, the creator of a kid-centered comic strip named for these legumes.
Peanuts.
Peanuts is right, indeed. Good, go.
Zupri, Dateline for 20.
Dateline, 20 points. Here it is. William Helmholtz, you've never heard of him before, but he was a scientist of many accomplishments, became an overnight sensation when he invented an instrument called the ophthalmoscope, an instrument that was used to look inside of this, Yorktown.
Ear.
Not the ear, no, good try. This man, Helmholtz, invented the ophthalmoscope, became famous overnight, an instrument used to examine the inside of this.
I.
I, yes. OP is the right word. That was the prefix for I. Good comeback. Okay, Red, go. 10-point lead.
Let's get physical for 5.
Physical for 5 points. If you fly across the ocean to Europe and back, your plane will give out over 2,500 kilograms of this greenhouse gas.
Carbon.
The gas.
Carbon dioxide.
That's what I want to hear. Yes, indeed. That's a pretty big footprint. Go. Green.
Science potpourri for 25.
Potpourri for 25. Big one in that category is mangrove trees that grow along the coast. They have those big stilt-like roots. Have special adaptations. Roots that can act like snorkels and special salt glands to get rid of all the salt that they grow in. What E-initialed process describes that, it also describes when we urinate. What E-initialed word? E-initialed word.
Excrete.
Red, you jumped on that right away. What was your idea?
Execration.
Excretion, yes indeed. We're going to give that to you. Absolutely right. Good. Red, go. Nice teamwork.
Green things for 20.
Green things, 20 points. Here's your point. Here's your question. While not as powerful as the triple A variety, potatoes and tomatoes can work just as well.
Batteries.
Batteries, yes. They can work as batteries, even though they generate only about half a volt. Yeah, you can't cure the world's energy crisis with potatoes. Good. Green, go.
Zoo parade for 20.
Zoo parade for 20 points and the lead. If you get this correct, here it is. The prequel story of SpongeBob SquarePants features SpongeBob and Patrick Star attending a camp named for these undersea creatures. Glenarden Woods.
Crustaceans.
Not crustaceans. Good try. Yorktown. The prequel story.
Coral.
Coral is right. They went to coral camp. Skeletons of calcium carbonate that contain polyps. You were way ahead of me on that one. Good. Go.
Dateline for 25.
Dateline 25. It was Napoleon who asked this French scientist to come up with a way for killing bacteria in milk that still preserved its taste. Glenarden Woods.
Louis Pasteur.
It is Louis Pasteur indeed. Good. 25 more points for the red team. Go.
Green things for 25.
Green things for 25 points. Here it is. When a forest starts to regrow in an area where a forest fire has occurred, the process takes place in stages. First, small plants appear, and then increasingly larger trees. This S-initial process, where one thing follows another, has the same name as a popular TV show. Glenarden Woods.
Sequence.
Not sequence. Good try. This S-initialed word that is also the name of a popular TV show was also used to describe the new king following Queen Elizabeth to the throne. What is that S-initialed word? We're looking for succession. Succession. You came close with sequence over there. Go again, Red. Pick.
Zoo parade for 25.
Zoo parade for 25 points. Here's your question. Look at the monitor, please, in the studio for this. You're looking at the world's oldest insect, the mayfly. It spends most of its life in the water in this N-initialed stage of development. Yorktown. Yes, sir. What you got? Let me repeat for Glenarden Woods. The world's oldest insect, the mayfly you're looking at there, spends most of its life in the water in this N-initial stage of development before it finally emerges above the water with wings and lives only for a day or two.
Nymph.
Nymph is right. Absolutely right. Good answer. All right. We're coming to the end here. It is still possible. Oh, the buzzer has rung. It looks like that nymph pushed Glenarden Woods over the edge. It looks like they are our victor. We'll double check that score. Be right back with you. Don't go away. And welcome back. It was a close game as we expected, and both these teams acquitted themselves beautifully. You can see why they made it this far in the competition. They're all champs. In my eyes, I know yours as well. Our final tally today is Yorktown 185, Glenarden Woods 225. Glenarden Woods, congratulations. You will be playing Greenbelt for the chance to become a finalist. And Yorktown, another round of applause for Yorktown over there. Terrific job. Nate cares an awful lot about over there. He's going to be a great Marine. He's going to be tough over there. And Nate, why don't I ask Octavia to do the introductions today? Octavia, could you tell us who's standing back there?
So on the edge we have Leah, our alternate, with us today, and then We have our coaches, Miss Kelm and Miss Deffenbaugh.
And I know how proud they are of all of you. Yeah, you're going to make them feel good about this. I know you are. Jedediah, who you got standing back? I know you got lots of alternates and some VIPs, including you guys.
This is our principal, Mr. B. This is our coach, Miss Foster. And then we have the alternates, Linnea, Daniel, John, and David.
You did a nice job on that. Yeah, they were waiting to hear their names. You did a nice job. And you did a nice job too by supporting all these young people and watching today and playing along. And I dare say a lot of you out there couldn't have done as well as these students sitting here. It's tough under the lights. And considering they're 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders, yeah, just a wonderful accomplishment. Thank you for joining us today on Science Bowl. I'm Dave Zare, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.